Message from the streets. I'm coming this morning to respond to a comment that my nephew made about what I said about the golden age, and he interpreted what I said that everybody, the whole world, was going to be on the same page or on one accord. And I looked at the video and I see where he may have got that from, because at one time I did say everyone. So let me fine tune this. This everyone that I'm talking about is those people that is a part of a particular province, particular area under the rulership or governmentship of the individuals or a group of people that's saying that this such a golden age is existing. And somebody so-called white nationalists got on and made a comment and said that that I didn't know what I was talking about, because the golden age is prosperity, like a time period of prosperity. I'm not in the denial of that. But, coming from a European Caucasian so-called white person perspective, they will attempt to, coin the situation to their comprehension. And that's fine. That's what you think it is. It's about prosperity. And I know that they're talking about physical prosperity, money, resources, material things. But the golden age is beyond the material realm. The golden age is a process of thinking. The thinking is what brings about the material manifestation of this golden age on a correct or on a higher level of operation. Sure, you can get the money. Sure, you can get your slaves and your cattle and the clothing and the wines and the drinks and stuff. But that's frivolous. See what I'm saying? And that's a distorted perspective of the golden age. The golden age is, to me, from my comprehension, beyond the definition of Europeans, is a complete type of thing. Yes, it can consist of material things, food and, money and things of that nature. Yet to say that that's all that it is, I'm not in agreement with that, because I am confident that the thinking and the behavior towards others that are experiencing this golden age with you, this a certain type of high frequency going on. And I know everybody can't wrap their minds around this because they're so conditioned and they're paralyzed in their minds with the European definition or ideology, certain types of operations. I think on the outside of the box. My mind is not confined to the indoctrination of any particular culture, because I have a reason in mind and I know the revelations come from the mind by gathering information. I'm not in dispute with anyone what they actually think that the golden age is, or what they think anything is, because we have the right to our own perspective. But one thing for sure, what I was expounding on, is that the current administration, the head of this administration, was weaponizing that terminology to manipulate the minds of the masses and to make people think that there was going to be a great, time of abundance. And we know that's not true. More people are financially crippled and paralyzed now that the new administration under the Republican Party is, leading the charge of this country. The people, we have war, food prices up, gas prices is up, clothing prices up, real estate is up, housing costs is up. Everything is up. There is nothing that is as it was as far as economical wise for the people before this administration came in with this fraudulent ideology of a golden age. And the golden age cannot exist, like I said, within the United States. And the reason because of that is because of the way of the thinking of the governmentship and a lot of the people's minds that have been poisoned. May they be so-called white nationalists, may they be so-called black nationalists, may they be low vibrational frequency beings operating and under the illusion that they're doing something, high or respective or contributing consciously or unconsciously to the advancement of the society. A society in a golden age will become advanced, will become better than it was, not just with lucre, filthy money. No, it's not that. It's about the development of the inner being within the person. If the people are not in a higher state, how can the prosperity of the land be in a great state? And if they rob and steal and kill and pillage, we have a distorted golden age. This golden age is a rotten egg. And the people that eat from it, they're going to be the recipient of the law of cause and effect, universal principle. Some people, they don't have information about, everything is mine. Everything has polarities. Everything has cause and effect. Everything has gender. Everything has rhythm. So these are certain types of things that people have been programmed and brainwashed and indoctrinated in this European construct, may it be with their particular religions or their cultural beliefs or even with the government itself, their schooling. You have to be able to think on the outside of that, because if this was the case, that these things that we have right now were the producers of a golden age, we'll be living in it right now. And we're living in a hellish age. We're living in a age that has been constructed by demons, warlocks, witches, magicians, sorcerers, from the presidency to the legislative branch of the government and to the judiciary branch. We are in the midst of those that have only desires to conquer, rule, enslave, imprison the masses and have them to think that they have a sense of freedom. But you don't have no freedom. You can't leave this place unless you get permission from your daddy, the so-called white man's administration, so forth and so on. So don't come for me. Don't come for me, because you really don't comprehend on the level that I'm bringing this information. I'm trying to help those that can receive it. I'm trying to help those that can't receive it. But, to each his own in their due times, as my man would say, that they all gonna get it. Well, we'll see about that. So, let's see. Golden age prosperity. The prosperity come from within. If I got something, the golden age rules is what I got for myself, I want for my brothers and my sisters, and my fellow countrymen. But that's not what's going on in this country. This country is ran off white nationalism. We can see the white supremacy ideology every day in the dismantling of things that have been comforters to, people that have been treated badly. So-called whites that run this country and that is in adversity to the development of the melanated people, and talking about, taking about DEI, taking these programs away, public assistance and things like that, because people are sucking up off the system. First of all, the first welfare recipients were Europeans. So-called blacks couldn't even get on it. And the things about these laws and things that so-called blacks are asking for, they wouldn't have to do it if these so-called white people or these melanin recessive individuals will treat people with dignity and respect. And then you try to come back and flip it and twist it like you the victim. You ain't the victim, you the criminal. You the child molesters. You the enslavers. You're the devils. You are the controllers of this construct that is headed for destruction and dismantlement because of your trifling ways. This is the reality. So, golden age starts in your mind. You can't have a physical golden age without a mental golden age.